Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Again, Crimea is under attack, or at least two incidents where explosions were heard and saw. One at a Russian ammunition depot and the other one at another military airfield, both of them in Crimea. So this would make three attacks in about 5 days or so. Now these two, the last one, are blamed on saboteurs. And it's very interesting because the Russians as of now claim that it was the attacks were due to, the attackers, the saboteurs, used drones to destroy the targets, which is, as I said, airfield with Sukhoi 24 and 30, I think, and the other one is an ammunition depot. Now they tell us what was in that depot, what ammunition, what kind of weapons were in there, and you're gonna be surprised if that's true, obviously, because this comes from a Ukrainian source, and this is the new voice of Ukraine. It's from August 16th, 2022. Ukrainian army reveals what Russians kept near Zankoy in Crimea. According to the committee, preliminary data indicate that the Russian military had concentrated in the area no less than 8 S-400 air defense systems, 3 S-300 air defense systems, 5 Pantsir S-1 anti-aircraft missile systems, 440 transporter launcher containers. And by the way, these transport launcher containers, which is TLCs, were concentrated there in such a quantity, not so much to protect the airspace there, as to be sent to Kherson and Zaporozhye oblasts for the shelling of Mykolaiv and Zaporozhye, especially on the eve of and on August 24, Ukraine Independence Day. The message reads: in addition, 17 AFVs, 10 Gvozdika self-propelled guns, 7 MSTA S self-propelled guns, 2 Pion self-propelled guns, 3 BM-21 Grad anti-aircraft guns and ammunition were unloaded near the Azovska railway station. I'm surprised at this. They have how many rounds of ammunition too? A large-scale fire broke out in the Zankoy district of occupied Crimea on the morning of August 16. Locals heard loud explosions. Earlier, the head of Mejlis of the Crimean Tatar people, Refat Chubarov, reported that Russian military unit in the village of Azovke was on fire. An ammunition dump was allegedly struck. So, and then is this is what they say. It's the numbers of military infrastructure or military weapons were destroyed over there. Now this 8 S-400 and 3 S-300 with 5 Pantsir and 440 transporter launcher containers, that's a big number. One thing that I am very really kind of skeptical of the official report presented so far by the Russians is that they claim it was a drone attack. And I was making a point that at least around the airfield, the military airfield, that's a mandatory presence of S-300s or S-400s. I guarantee you that. It's basic defense of such a location where you have fighter jets and bombers and whatever you have over there, ammunition. Now, if there was a drone I wonder why these fantastic systems that are air defense systems, why weren't they able to destroy the target, the incoming target? If someone claims that it was a small drone, I made a point in a previous video. How small? Was it like me? If it's like me, that should be seen on the radar, moving around. Now, let's say it's like me. Imagine of the size of me flying, you know. Zzz. Now, how much and what kind of cannon or explosives or whatever I have could you attach to something like me without being detected by the radars? What? 357 Magnum pistols or revolvers or what? Is that what you can? What can you put on that kind of little thing to produce such a, you know, loss for the Russians? Because it's not like you hit here and that blows up and then everything else blows up in a second, or they're all crammed together like that. And if you think it was one shot that caused all this damage, I don't believe it. I don't believe that one shot from a drone hit the right exact thing that triggered the whole thing. It must have been more than one shot. Must have been. Now, in order to be more than one shot, what caliber, what kind of explosive, what kind of projectiles, what was used? So you have to have the capability, which is the big, quantity that we're going to create a big explosion. That's the first. Secondly, you have to hit the right spot. Now, I don't think all those things were crammed together like a mountain like this, like a pile of shit, and that drone just took a little, match, boom, and everything went like this. I mean, retards would say, yeah, that's how it was. But it wasn't like that. If those things were over there, were in order, pam, 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 because they think about these kind of things. You don't want things too close to one another for that reason or for accidents. You don't want, if something happens with one truck explodes, then you blew up the whole Crimea, because everything is linked to one another. So I don't understand how could there be a drone? How many drones? 3? 5? What kind of drones, and why were they not seen by the radar, by all these S-400s, and not those that were waiting? I mean, the ones that were protecting the area. I'm assuming it should be protected, right? After what happened, 3 days ago in, how do you call it, in with that airfield, military airfield, what do you expect? More of the same. So, but I'm surprised with the number, the destruction. But this comes from the Ukrainian side, so probably you can cut that by 70% or maybe by 90%. I don't know. We'll find out later. This is what they reported. As I said, I am disappointed with the air defense systems of Russia, or lack of planning, or lack of really technical ability of the air defense system. That's unacceptable. Court martial. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.